Welcome again to Lambspun Live. It's February 12th. We're just a couple of days away from Valentine's, so there's a lot of sweetheart things here, and we want you to have a fuzzy Valentine. So we're going to talk about what is making us happy and keeping us warm this time of year. And we love to hear from you and your feedback. So we usually get our ideas from these things from you, and we can't encourage you enough to let us know what you like, what you want to hear about. And we've had a request for more knowledge, more history, more exciting reasons why silk is such a favored fiber here. So I'm thinking as we go in towards the end of February and into March, we'll be talking more about that. And today we're happy to show you a project that Sandy Dunn started here, and it's called Clasped Weft. And Larissa is teaching this now in our Learn to Weave class, and there's literally just 2 yarns that are used. And next week we should be able to totally have this off the loom, show you the finished product. But I just wanted to show you how we take it off the loom. I don't think we have mentioned that before, but I like to use part of the loom as a cutting edge because the loom is totally perpendicular, nice and straight. So rather than just cut and then try to trim everything exactly, you can just keep your scissors right here by the loom and just snip it like that. You can do a hem stitched edge, or you can simply tie a knot. And this is what we do in our Learn to Knit classes, but we're not done with just the knot. We actually have a device called a fringe twister. And I did one by hand just to show you. It makes like a cording. So this will be how this scarf is finished. And I know Sandy is watching. So next week we'll be showing you Sandy's completed. She lives in Texas and she had to leave abruptly. So we're finishing it for her, and we'll be hopefully showing it next week. We also have a story to tell you about a shawl. And the maker of the shawl is Paula. She's a teacher here, and she's one of the most avid shawl knitters I have ever, and she comes by it naturally. She's from a family of knitting. And so with no further ado, we'll let Paula talk about her shawl.
Hi. The shawl is one that I did while my boyfriend was in the hospital last year, or 2 years ago actually. And I had lost my horse a few years back and decided that I was going to do something to commemorate her. So started planning this shawl. This guy, of course, Karen Cooper did some of the art yarn for my clouds. This yarn I already had, and then this yarn I spun myself. It's my very first spinning, so it's very thick and thin. It is not even by any means. But if you look very carefully, you can see the head of the horse and the front leg and the other front leg, and then back here is her hind legs and her tail, and her mane comes off of here. So you have to look close, and the texture really makes a difference to see it. But she is a ghost horse, so she's running through the pasture, leaving her color behind. Underneath her is horseshoe lace. So she's leaving footprints in the pasture. Then we have a ditch that I did with another hand spun that I did in a class that's using all different types of natural fibers. So I just used that. It only went like 1.5 rows, but it didn't matter. It's a ditch. And then underneath, this looks like the pasture with hay bales sitting on it. So I put that there, and then this was just to kind of finish that whole edge. It ended up being enormous, but boy, was it nice and warm this morning when I came in.
It's beautiful. Well, thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
It's great to have a story behind your project, and it just gives it meaning and life. And so we're encouraging more and more of this, and maybe we'll even have to put some little stories with the items that we sell that kind of talk about why it was originated and what it's really meaningful.
And I love naming things, so everything I make has some kind of name to it.
We're going to just show you a few more things that are important for the season. If you were here last time, you know we're doing a red and pink sale. So because of Valentine's, this sale goes through February 21st. And it's buy one, get one 25% off. Our pinks are really going down, and the reds also, because it's super popular, so we're going to need to restock. I brought out just a few to show you some that you might not have thought about. This one is our bamboo silk that's hand dyed. This one is our hand painted prism. This is, again, one of, believe Karen's hand spun, and it's like a peppermint candy. Perfectly cute for Valentine's. And then if you want to spoil anyone, this is pure cashmere. It's by Rowan. It just feels like a dream. And what a lovely Valentine present this would be. Here's another beautiful hand spun available. Fibers that we're featuring, including the pure silk blends. This is another clasped weft that Shauna has created. And that's the same as the one that we showed you earlier. It's really taken on a very popular and exciting technique for weavers here.
And do the colors to that have any meaning?
The colors for
The moon?
the moon, absolutely. So the colors reflect what we're seeing or reading about, and we'll soon see tonight. This is a time of the full moon. And of course, Venus is the goddess of love. This is when the planet Venus is the most visible in the sky. And it's the time of the full moon is also called the snow moon, because in February, for the snow moon, that was the month that the snow was typically the greatest. And the colors, the moon is actually kind of a red-orange. So the colors of the season, as well as the snow moon, are red and orange, which are really reflected now in our Valentine sale. So we're seeing the psychology of the colors being important. People love the warmth of these pinks and reds, and having it right here by the door, I can tell you, it's like magic. Everyone is doing this. And then just a few more new items. These are more just to show you some simple little Valentine's gift things that you could do. We had a very successful make and take Valentine soap making class, and there is another one in March. So if you wanted to make 4-leaf clover soap, it's not too late. You can specify your favorite scent, lavender or unscented, what you like. And then one of the most popular gifts right now in our shop are these locally made lotion bars.
They're lovely.
They're perfect for anyone for Valentine's. They're $22.50. The 3 scents that we put out front are lavender, Indian rose, and sage. We also have unscented, but men like this. It's no chemicals. It's shea butter and really nice organic essential oils. Can't recommend it enough. We actually often put it back on our knitting tea table because when we knit, our hands dry out, and this is a way we can keep them moist and everybody's happy. Just a few more things on the Fuzzy Valentine side. We've had several of our real special customers here create these bears. We've been making hearts. And one really nice helper here, he's 15 years old. His name is Joey, and he is now crocheting amazing things. So he actually created this Valentine bear for us, and he's typically here on Saturdays. So if you're local and you want to stop in and, bring another child, or you just want to see, somebody that has only been doing something a very short time but is very accomplished, you can come in and meet Joey. He also helps teach a lot of our crochet and knitting and soap making classes. So we're always happy to have fresh new talent here, and looking forward to finding out what they're interested in for the next season. But as we move towards silk, you can let us know your preferences. We'll be dyeing quite a bit of yarn and fiber in silk colors for going into St. Patrick's Day, spring, and summer. We try to stay ahead of the seasons a little bit. So stay tuned for that. And don't forget, if you missed this video and you want to see our Facebook Live, all you have to do is go to YouTube and just click on Lambspun of Colorado or at Lambspun, and these videos will come up. I'm not sure how long they stay up, but I think it's a few weeks. And you can share it with your friends and subscribe and let us know what your thoughts are, what you like. And we'll see you again next Wednesday for Lambspun Live.
And have a happy Valentine's Day.